Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, and Eid Mubarak to our Muslim brothers and sisters in Trinidad and Tobago, the region, and globally. Just this week, Wednesday to be exact, the Muslim world celebrated Eid al-Adha, and may Allah accept our fast, may Allah accept our sacrifice, may Allah grant those who made the Hajj blessings, and may Allah accept their Hajj. May Allah help us as a Muslim community to get closer, closer to Allah and to become better human beings. And before I officially begin again, just yesterday was Indian Arrival Day, and we want to extend Indian Arrival greetings to our not just Muslim brothers and sisters who would have come from India, but the Indian diaspora, right, and those who are of that ethnic group and race, made a lot of contributions to the landscape in Trinidad and Tobago and continue to make contributions. So, welcome to Islam Chose Me, right here on the Islamic Broadcast Network, IBN Channel 8. And you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and TegoTV.com. I'm your host, Brother M.T. Sorvazi, the activist educator. And each week, we shall share the powerful journeys of our brothers and sisters who have embraced Islam, their stories of discovery, struggle, and transformation remind us of the truth that Allah guides whom He wills in ways that inspire and motivate us all. So, today is the last day in May. Woo! Alhamdulillah! What a month of May. Those who are in the land of the living, all praise is due to Allah. This was a very, very tough month, not just for us here in Trinidad and Tobago, but those in diaspora or families abroad, people are so concerned what's happening in TNT, So we are happy to be at the end of the month, the 31st of May, right? And we are also, this is the last day in May, but we are also the last month in the Islamic calendar, Dhul Hijjah. So, before I get into what I came to do, I have a community announcement to make, right? On behalf of our beloved brother, our dear brother Jamal Muhammad, and he'll be coming up at 11 a.m. inshallah for our Jamaat, our lands. And if you all remember, you all should know there's a IBN Arabic Art and Calligraphy Competition 2026. So once you add a year after an event, we're talking about 2027, 28, 29. So inshallah, so it's the IBN Arabic Art and Calligraphy Competition. It's open to all Muslim primary schools and Muslim children attending any primary school, right? So, but you have to be age 12 and under. What is the competition about? The children are required to draw, paint, color, and design one of the following Arabic script: Allah, Muhammad, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar, Subhanallah, Insha'Allah, or MashaAllah. So students can be very, very creative in designing these Arabic script and calligraphy, right? We want you to explore, push your creative limits. So you could use paint, ink, glitter, crayons, pen, pencils, pastels, cloth, canvas, Bristol board, or anything you desire, once the Arabic script is visible and readable. We have some dimensions for the size. It's 24 by 24 inches or 50 by 50 centimeters. So principals are asked to organize the entries at the schools, right? The closing date, Thursday, 9th of July. We have some time. Tomorrow is the 1st of June, so you have some time to complete this, right? And then about 3 categories. Infants, first and second year, category 1. Category 2, juniors, standards 1, 2, and 3. And category 3, seniors, standards 4 and 5. Again, all participants must be under the age, must be 12 and under the age of 12, under the age of 12, right? And when you're submitting an entry, at the back, please have the student's name, age, the school, telephone contact, and it must be verified by the principal with a stamp of the school. So all entries must have at the back the name of the student, age, school, telephone contact, and a stamp of the school. Right? So we'll come and collect. If you want more information, please contact Brother Jamal Muhammad at 298-2929. Very easy number. 298-2929 or 674-8575. Or you can email him at Jamal, 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 MOHD. So Jamal, Jamal, MOHD 1961 at gmail.com. We have prizes for all our participants. First prize, ooh, I wonder if I could, no, I have to be under 12. First prize, $3,000. Wow. Second prize, $2,000. Third prize, $1,000. And fourth to 10 getting $500 each. Alhamdulillah. Remember, this is IBN's Arabic Art and Calligraphy Competition 2026. So, today I want to, on Mother's Day, we paid tribute to the top mothers, and we also looked at what Roots Foundation will be doing with Roots CAFETT. I'm back again to give you some more information on this project. But before I do that, I worked with this. Right? You could get a close-up. I know if it will be clear. You see it there? This is the National Award Hummingbird Medal Silver that I received in 2025. Right? The sole recipient of the Hummingbird Silver. Why am I bringing up this again? Because this was endorsed by you. This was bestowed upon me by the government of Trinidad and Tobago, but you, the public, Muslims and non-Muslims, endorsed this for the work I have been doing over the past 30 years as an individual and through Roots Foundation for the past 20 years as an organization. But this alone, this needs to be actioned. And how can we action this? Let's look at this clip here.
This historical building that was constructed in 1889 is known as the Tunapuna Old Post Office. It was established near the railway station just adjacent to the bustling market, and we need your help in preserving and restoring it. In 2011, the old post office transitioned away from mail. It was transferred to the Ministry of Health, becoming home to the St. George East Insect Vector Control Division, symbolizing a fresh chapter of community service in public health. And just recently in 2024, a new lease of life began when the Ministry of Public Administration entrusted this building to the Oral Tradition Roots Foundation for the adaptive reuse as Roots CAFETT, Creative Academy for Edutainment. The recognition followed swiftly. In October 2024, the Tunapuna Old Post Office was officially added to the National Trust Heritage Asset Inventory, protected as a site of historical and cultural importance. And in April 2025, the Roots Foundation was officially endorsed under the Heritage Tax Allowance Program, a fiscal incentive offering registered businesses a 150% tax allowance for the preservation, restoration, and adaptive reuse of heritage assets. Roots Foundation is looking for international investors for a global partnership initiative, connecting culture, diplomacy, and innovation to transform this heritage site into a vibrant heritage and innovation hub. This partnership merges local roots with global reach, creativity with enterprise, and youth empowerment with international collaboration. Join us in giving new life to the Tunapuna Old Post Office. Let's preserve the past so we can inspire the future together.
Yes, my brothers and sisters, that is what we need to action. This award was given for the work we have been doing over the years. And that video you just saw, that's the Tunapuna Old Post Office. And we need your support to get that building up and running to start our school, which is called Roots CAFETT. Now, you will have seen, as I said, the month of May was real tough. I am not sitting here telling you that Roots Foundation or Roots CAFETT is a silver bullet. No. What I'm saying, we have tried so many different programs. Let's try this. Let's try this. 20 years of Roots Foundation, 30 years of myself. That's 50 years between MTMA and Roots alone. I have not added the years of my colleagues and partners who are part of this project. It's almost over 100 years of experience coming together for this project. So, what I want to do today, I want to literally go through the process of the HTAP, Heritage Tax Allowance Program, where any registered business in Trinidad and Tobago spend, whether it's goods, services, or cash, towards the restoration, the adaptive reuse of this building, will receive a 150% tax deduction of up to $1 million annually. Let's walk through this now. So, when you go onto the website, the National Trust website, right? You go onto this page. So you're going into htap.nationaltrust.tt/project.catalog, right? When you go onto this website, this is the first page you're going to see. It's right there. By contributing to any of these projects, your company could be entitled to a tax allowance equal to 150% of expenditure, up to a maximum of $1 million per year. So at the first page, when you scroll down, you will see this. This is the project we want you to endorse. This is the project. The project code is TPR 2025-001. That's the first project. Right? It's the adaptive reuse of the Tunapuna Old Post Office, right, as Roots CAFETT. That's the project. So let's continue again. Let's walk it through rails right. What is the Heritage Tax Allowance Program? Basically, tax deduction of 150% of their conservation or preservation expenses up to $1 million annually. For a certified project, the old post office, the Tunapuna old post office, is a certified project. Let's go again. For companies, it is part of your corporate social responsibility, right? It's an impactful heritage preservation. We can't say it more clearly. 150% tax allowance on contributions up to $1 million TT annually. Let's move on. It is for companies who wish to endorse a project. It is for companies who wish to support the conservation and preservation of a project endorsed by the National Trust. The Tunapuna Old Post Office is endorsed by the National Trust. All you need is your certificate of incorporation and your certificate of continuance, and then you have some instructions, simple instructions. You complete the form, right? If you have any questions, you could reach out. If the question do apply, you put NA not applicable. You upload your supporting documents. You double check. Once submitted, they will receive your application. You'll get a confirmation receipt, right? So you can come back to me. So we asking you, companies, whether you are Muslim companies, non-Muslim companies, once you are registered in Trinidad and Tobago, you are eligible to support this project. Why to support this project? We saw in the month of May an incident in the Shogunas area where it was a brutal beating of a young man, right, by some other students, and they were placed on indefinite extended suspension. And I am saying here today, I have said this, I worked in an education system for 15 years. I've always been against suspensions. Suspensions does not help the situation. Here what suspension does, it removes the student away from the environment. So okay, the environment now becomes safe, if you want to say that. What happens to that student who have been placed on suspension? Unless we have proper programming to facilitate and support students on suspension, we'll be continuing putting a small plaster on a very huge sore. Students who are placed on suspension, most likely, and I love to do the data, I will get some data and bring for you all, right? They either end up in gangs, because we have, over the years doing this work, we have discovered that Trinidad does not have a school to prison pipeline, as in the US. We have a school to gangs pipeline, because when children are suspended, right, without any form of support, without any form of supervision, we leave them vulnerable to the elements of the block, right? Nature abhors a vacuum. I remember a principal saying once to me, he says, "Sir, all my students who have been suspended have been killed. Is that what we want? If that is what we're working towards, okay, suspend them." No, let's be real. If we want these young men, and in some cases young women, as was the case we saw in Port of Spain with the Olderman, if we want these children to end up on the receiving end of a gun, or we want them to be the one pulling the trigger, let's continue with blatant suspensions without any support program. We are saying Roots CAFETT have been designed to facilitate those students. Our program has been designed to facilitate those students who are being placed on extended suspensions. Right? So, pique interest now. I want to do that. I wanted to say, yeah, but you know, what you're saying making sense. It's making sense. It is making, and if you who watching this show now have been suspended, you know it making sense. If your child have been suspended in the past, you know this making sense. Right? So, yes, Mr. Businessman. Yes, Mr. Businesswoman. How to get involved? You have to get involved now. We're going back to the website. Right? We're going back to the website. And I want you to go, when you go back to the website, be looking at, right. That is where I want you to be. We continue again, go back again. We pause it. Go down again. Right. Aha. We in Form B because we going. No, go back. We're going to Form B. Don't I want them to see? Because I want you to put in the correct information. When you go to Form B, it's 4 steps. This is step 2. Go back to step 1. Right. Step 1. Here what they require in step 1. Simple. Information on your company. Your company, the applicant is your company name. For this exercise, we're saying My Company Limited. Your company registration number, we're saying C2026-000. But you put your company registration. Your name, first name, last name. Who are you to the company? You are the owner. Your email, your phone number, and your email address. Now, only look how simple this is. This is section 1, step 1 in submitting your application to support the adaptive reuse of the Tunapuna Old Post Office. Just information in your company. What is step 2? Look, step 2. What is the project name? Now, the project name is the Oral Tradition Roots Foundation, not Roots CAFETT. Right? Although if you put that, they will know it belongs to Roots Foundation, but Roots Foundation is the name of the project. We have been registered as Roots Foundation with this HTAP project. And you put in the project code TPR 2025-001. TPR 2025. Look, and step 2 so easy by MTMA. But I'm telling you this thing really easy. Step 2 completed. Let me see step 3. What? That is step 3? Yes, $1 million. We have a scope of work from a reputable construction company who have been approved, because what happened? We have to use companies from the list of approved construction companies, list of approved companies from NTA. We just can't pick Aki, Abdul, we can't pick Sadiq because Sadiq is the boy. We don't operate so, Let me get Sadiq. I'm like, no. If Sadiq name on the list, yes, we could pick Sadiq. If Sadiqa name on the list, yes, we could pick Sadiqa. I can't just pick Sadiqa and Sadiq because they work in IB and I want to get them a little blind. So it's either cash, goods, or services. For this, because we have unless your company is on the list, then you could come on board and provide services. Right? But you already have an endorsed company. And interestingly, the scope of work is a little over $1 million. but this is up to $1 million, right? So look for section 3 completed already. Section 3 is completed. Let me see section 4. And in section 4, again your company, my company limited, the amount, right? The name of the organization, if I'm seeing that there, right? Yes, right? The Oral Tradition Roots Foundation. Then you put in your name again, your first name, your last name, your email, the date, your company stamp. So you have to upload. Company documents, which is like your registration, your company registration documents, and any receipts. From these receipts are what you have spent towards the project. And you sign your signature, and you can come back to me. Look how simple. 4 easy steps. Step 1, information on your company. Step 2, the project, the number. Step 3, how much you put in, what money you put in. Step 4, you cannot summarize. So I'll let you marinate on that a bit. We're going to take a short break. Think about it. When we come back, we'll continue this discussion. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back, viewers, to Islam Chose Me on IBN Channel 8. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, and tegotv.com. So I gave you all, no, I didn't give you all a lot. You got a little bit before the break. That was not a lot. That was so simple. 4 simple, easy steps. And guess what? You have just completed your application to support the Tunapuna Old Post Office for the adaptive reuse of Roots CAFETT. Now, I want to take us to programming now, because we're talking about this is for this, is for that. But what we're going to do today, just for today, we want to look at, because Roots Foundation has been approved by the National Training Agency. Listen again. We have been approved by the National Training Agency, NTA, as a service provider where we will deliver a suite of programs, of TVET programs, technical and vocational education and training. TVET is the new degrees. TVET, we have been approved to deliver a suite of TVET courses. We have also been approved as a workforce assessment center, as a PLAR program. PLAR, Prior Learning, Assessment and Recognition. What is that? Let's see. Yes, well, I didn't know that, eh? We have been approved as a workforce assessment center. And that simply means you have, as I saw there, you have the skill, you have the experience, but you don't have the certification. You could sign up, yes, sign up with Roots Foundation through the NTA, right? We will verify you, we'll assess you, verify you, and get you certified through NTA. Right? It's still not clear? Well, I just showed you a video explain. Alright, watch this video here. This should help you out.
Welcome to the Prior Learning Assessment and Recognition, PLAR, orientation, brought to you by the National Training Agency of Trinidad and Tobago. We are excited to have you here as you take the next step toward achieving formal certification for the skills and knowledge that you would have gained over the years. Have you ever worked in a field for years, but never had the formal qualification to prove your expertise? That's where PLAR comes in. It is a structured process that recognizes the skills, knowledge, and attitude you have gained, whether through work, apprenticeships, or life experiences, and assesses them against national or regional occupational standards. The result? You can earn a certification, such as the Trinidad and Tobago National Vocational Qualification, TTNVQ, or the Caribbean Vocational Qualification, CVQ, without starting from scratch. So how does it work? PLAR is a step-by-step process that includes application and registration. You sign up and identify the qualification you want. Portfolio development. Gather evidence of your skills. This could be work samples, testimonials, or even pictures and videos of you performing tasks. Assessment. A certified assessor evaluates your competencies using a mix of methods, such as practical demonstrations, interviews, and portfolio reviews. Certification. If you meet the standards, you earn a recognized qualification that opens doors for employment, promotions, or further education. By participating in PLAR, you can gain formal recognition for what you already know. Save time and money compared to traditional training. Improve your career prospects and earning potential. Boost your confidence with a qualification that proves your expertise. PLAR is your bridge from experience to certification. You have already done the hard work. Now it is time to get the recognition you deserve. We are here to support you throughout the process, so let's get started.
You know, I'm disappointed with you all. I trying to explain this thing to you all, but the AI man explained it better. But AI ain't taking my job, eh? AI not taking my job. But I hope Mr. AI explained it more clearly than me. But that is what it's about. PLAR is a bridge. So apart from us providing training for these young people who are being placed on extended suspension, we are also providing a service for older youth or adults who have the experience, the skill, the knowledge, but they're just not certified. Right? So we want you all. It's so important. You so important Roots CAFETT is. But the nice thing about it now, the nice thing about this is that PLAR has already been launched. When we were here on Mother's Day, we launched that the Monday after. And we already have candidates on board, right? And we are going through the assessment to verify them, to have them certified. We want you to go to Roots Foundation website this time. Go to our website, right? rootsfoundationtt.org. Go to our website, and you'll get all information for the HTAP, but also for the PLAR, because we want you certified. Listen to me. Having a skill, you could be how proficient, you are expert. Certification takes you one step further. This is a certification in CVQ, Caribbean Vocational Qualification. So once you hear Caribbean, then we'll be talking about CARICOM. And we also have some courses, or 1 or 2 programs, at TTNVQ, Trinidad and Tobago National Vocational Qualification. That's at the national level, but it is still recognized within some jurisdictions in the Caribbean and outside of the region. Because TVET is what the world is speaking about right now. And we're talking about TVET courses. Let me say this again. TVET, Technical and Vocational Education and Training, is what the world is speaking about. Not yesterday, but last Saturday, 3 members of my team, you have about 11 thereabout to graduate, but in the first cohort, 3 members of my team, including myself, we were part of the first cohort. We graduated from CVQ, Caribbean Vocational Qualifications, assessment in level 4. We got that certificate from the NTA and also from an organization called People for People, P4P Foundation. They did the training. So right now, and they don't know really no big advertising for P4P, but we had to get them props. P4P right now is working on assessing and certifying persons who are delivering TVET courses and who are not certified. So they are a rigorous, robust certification drive nationally, and they're looking to take this regionally and internationally because TVET is the new degrees. So I have my assessor number, right, with the NTA. So you could call me to do assessment for you. That's how serious this thing is. Yeah, now this thing's serious, already real serious. So, what are the programs? We saw them in the video, but let's go through them in detail now. Let's see the first one. Youth development work. What is youth development work? Life skills. And hello, every mosque, every church, every temple, every youth group, every community group, village council, do this. Every one of y'all do youth development work. Are you certified? Let your work have more meaning now. It has meaning because you're changing lives. Let it have more meaning now. Get your certification today. Level 2, CVQ. Let's see the next one. Again. The secretary in the village council. The secretary in the mosque. When you're going for zakat in the mosque, and you have to go and talk to somebody, the person preparing the zakat. All these are business administration skills. Right? Whether it's a mosque, a church, a temple, whether it's a village council group, a youth group, a community center, and whether it's a business, some people are hired, but they may not have that qualification. We are saying, come to us, right? And same thing for youth development worker. It don't only apply to civil society, but also to companies, right? Where they're working in a special interest program for young people, you may not have a CVQ in youth development work. And we are saying, hey, TVET is the new degrees, come check us. So business administration, CVQ level 2. So we just looked at youth development work. We just looked at business administration. What are we going to look at now? Take out the photo. Photography. CVQ level 2 in the PLAR. Use the photo take out. Come back to me, Oli. Let me see. Use the photo take out. whether you're using your phone, whether you're using a camera, you are the photo takeouter, right? But you're not certified. We are saying, come, check us. And again, you're doing photography, civil society, in a company, right? Or you're working as a sort of like a kind of apprentice with somebody, right? So you there with them, learning the trade, but you had the skill, you know, and you're getting there, we could get you certified. We could get you certified. We just looked at youth development work, business administration, photography. Where's the next one? Where's the next one? Where's the next one? Sadiqa! This is for Sadiqa. Listen to me. I am very proud of Sadiqa. Sometimes when I come at a record to do my program, Sadiqa alone hold it. I said, Sadiqa, you alone? You see, yeah, they trust me enough and I'm learning plenty. Well, Sadiqa, time to get certified. Sadiqa, IBN for Hasib, time to certify Sadiqa. And Sadiq, we know he's a crack shot, but are you certified? You understand? Television and video production is what we do here at IBN. But this one is TTNVQ level 1. Right? This is what we do at IBN. This is what you do when you're having your live stream. Right? Like we have football competitions taking place. They're probably live streaming. We have lectures. We want to live stream. That is part of television video production, you know. Live streaming. Hey, no, all it, trust me. If you could see this studio, it looked just like the image on the screen. Camera set up, I sit down here, ting, 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 light, bam, bam. Sadiqa and everybody in the engine room, organizing. Okay, next slide, they probably slide, they think. That television video production. And I would love for Sadiqa to be one of our, because we have some clients already, some candidates, but for youth development work. I would love for Sadiqa to be one of our first candidates for and with the thing about this, no classroom, no. The assessment is done on the job. So guess what? I am an assessor. Look how simple this is, eh? Only simplicity is good. I am a certified assessor, level 4. And I come to record, Islam chose me. And whilst I am doing what I'm doing here, I assessing Sadiqa, because guess what? When I came in, she brought me into the, how this thing does work? She brought me into the room. Okay, but Mtima, right? Hello, organize my mic, hook it up. I put my mic myself, right? She set up the cameras, okay. Right, she's Zoom thing, she go on in front, she check, okay, frame it good, all right, song check, Brother Mtima, right, okay, Brother Mtima, these are the photos we're using first. And she put it, trust me earlier, she's a boss. Put it in chronological order, okay, because she liked the number, she thinking, number 1, 2, 3, 4. When I might name the photo, PLR, she said, no, I wanted, because sequence, and she wanted to make her job easy, right? Guess what? After this, I just certified Sadiqa, say, girl, you pass. You go and collect your certificate from NTA. So I could certify Sadiqa whilst I recorded my show. How beautiful this is. Alhamdulillah. We can certify you in your space, whether it's a church, a mosque. I see that they're recording, a lot of mosques now does record the Juma. Hello, that is television video production. And time to fly so fast, eh? Time to fly so fast. Last one. Bam, bam, bam. With the last one, all yeah. And no big job. What is, no. Before that one. Oh God. And it have that, and she not losing no marks for that. She not losing no marks for that. It's the excitement. I real excited. Eh? Spoken word poetry, Roots Foundation, oh God. So guess what all here? We have made an application to NTA to have spoken word poetry as an occupational standard. All them poets could get certified now. All them poets could get certified now. Right? And we go to the last slide because we're coming down so fast to the end of the show. It's not about young people alone. You could be great like me and have this skill. Hey, we want you. Whether it's photography, television, video production, business administration, youth development work, spoken word poetry. Right? So, Jamal, we can certify you. Yes? You understand? Well, Hasib is a crack. I'm sure Hasib doesn't have tons and tons and tons and tons of certification. Right? But we could certify you all. You understand? So, this is what Roots CAFETT is all about. The PLAR has begun. It's ongoing. We don't need a physical space. That doesn't mean you don't need to submit your application. I'm just telling you. For the PLAR, we don't need a physical space. We come in right here and assess Sadiqa. We're going to right in the mosque and assess whoever it is again. Right in the church, temple, wherever you are. In a small business, we go into your space and assess you. Right? But we also want you to help us get the building ready because we need literally to save our young people. All the time just flies so fast. Time just flies so fast. And I want to remind you of IBN's Arabic Art and Calligraphy Competition. 3 categories. Yes, for primary school children of all Muslim primary schools and primary school children in other primary schools. Because, watch me, my wife said I get on bad. What? Mtima, give me Jamal number. What? No, trust me. The Womanashi children line up already for this competition. Right? So, whether once they are a Muslim child in a Muslim primary school or a non-Muslim primary school, you are eligible. Must be under 12. Must be under 12. The 3 categories: infants, first and second year, category 1. Category 2, juniors, standards 1, 2, and 3. Category 3, seniors, standards 4 and 5. What is this competition about? It's art and calligraphy. You have to design, paint any of the following: the art or the calligraphy of Allah, the script, Allah, Muhammad, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar, Subhanallah, Insha'Allah, and MashaAllah. On a board that is either, whatever dimension you use, 24 by 24 inches or 50 by 50 centimeters, right? And hello, push your creativity, push your limits. Whether it's paint, ink, glitter, crayons, pen, pencils, pastels, cloth, canvas, Bristol board, anything you want to be creative on, you go ahead, right? But when you're submitting your piece, let's say this is your piece here, right? This is the front, this is the back. At the back, you need to have your name, very legible, please, your name, preferably in block letters, your name, your age, 11, 5, 7, 8, whatever, under 12. Your school, a contact number, and the principal must verify this submission by stamping, putting the stamp of the school. Right? Prizes: first, $3,000. Second, $2,000. Why I am not under 12 again? Third prize, $1,000. And fourth to 10, wow, $500. And guess what? You could enter as much times as you want. I could win first and then come fifth. Like 3,000. You understand? Contact Brother Jamal to just verify that at 298-2929 or 674-8575. Alhamdulillah. What a very insightful and inspiring discussion we had today. I hope you have been moved by this discussion. I hope you are willing and ready to submit your application, Submit your application to the HTAP, because we want you on board, and those who have the skill, PLAR is for you, right? If you have been touched by what you have heard, and I know the art competition touch you, I know the PLAR, but watch when Sidika done, she on board, you understand? And I know the businesses out there, you want to be on board, you're on board, right? If you have been touched, contact me, Brother M. Timo Sorwazi, at 479-4510. Also, this is Islam Chose Me. We want to hear your story, your beautiful story, because we see at Islam Chose Me, every path to Islam is a story worth sharing. And most importantly, if you want to sponsor Islam Chose Me or any program on IBN, I'm not greedy, our Jamaat, our lands, there's so many different programs. You want to support any program, but especially a rooting for Islam Chose Me, call Brother Hasib, 795-5900. 795-5900. All your viewers, it has been a pleasure with this invitation once again into your homes. Thank you for this invitation. Again, may Allah accept our sacrifice, accept our Hajj, accept our fast for those who fast for the 10 days in Dhul Hijjah or on the 9th alone. May Allah accept our fast and may Allah answer our du'as. May Allah bless our nation. We are in a chronic. Trinidad and Tobago are too much religious institutions. Come now, man. Why be so naughty? Why be so bad? Let's check ourselves, please. Let's support each other. Right? Let's support each other. From the top to the bottom, meaning from those in parliament to those on the ground level, the grassroots. Right? Let us work together, because this is our country. Trinidad is my land, and of this I am proud and glad. But I can't understand why we treating this country bad. Assalamu alaikum. Next week, inshallah.